What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Samut Rage Cage. Hope you're excited to get your Naya mid-range on. Let's get the chat closed out. Get the graveyard popped up. Ooh, playing against some nice little partners, Akiri and Silas. Cool. As far as opening hand goes, we have Arid Mesa, Mindstone, Mother of Runes, and Explosive Vegetation. Yeah, let's go and mulligan on this. If we had like one more land, I would be tempted to keep. Yeah, we'll keep on this one. Oh, we got some nice little double land ramp on there. Hopefully we kind of run into lands 3 and 4. We'll be good to go. Let's get Samut pop back up. We're going to keep on this one. Harvest season, let's go and put that on the bottom right now. Kind of a little late to the party. Well, not late to the party, but not online for the party. It's going to get the Arid Mesa down. Anything else? Now we're going to go and pass the turn. We're playing Samut, Voice of Dissent, Flash, Double Strike, Vigilance, Haste. Tons of words. Other creatures you control have haste. Then for 1 white mana, untap another target creature. We're playing against Akiri, Line Slinger, First Strike, Vigilance. It gets +1 for each artifact you control. Then has the partner ability. Playing against Silas Renn. Death Touch. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, choose target artifact card in your graveyard. You may cast that card this turn with the partner ability. Hence them over there, both in the same commander box, being friends. Let's go and crack the Arid Mesa. Probably grab a red-white source off this one. We have the Sunpetal Grove, so let's go and grab the. Keep online with our keeping up with the Joneses. Let's go and grab our own little Sacred Foundry. There we go. Grab Sacred Foundry, put it in play. Nope, not going to pay 2. We're good. Then hopefully with the land drop, we'll be online for Tireless Tracker to start getting some nice little value out of that. I love Tireless Tracker. Fun card. Love it. It's just fun. I don't know. I love drawing cards, and it's fun cracking the clue tokens. You get a +1 counter on there, so really nice. Oh, drawn to Farseek. That's beautiful. Let's go get the Sunpetal Grove down. Let's go for Farseek. Get up with a nice little hand. We can at least lead off with Tireless Tracker next turn if we don't hit anything else. What exactly do we want to search up? We have something for 1 that we don't have anything for 1 we need to get down. We do have a little bit more double red in here. Let's go ahead and grab a red-green source. Let's go ahead and grab the Sheltered Thicket. Coming to play tap. Yeah, we'll go and grab that. Coming to play tap. Anything else? Now we're going to go and pass the turn. So, covered Samut, Akiri, Silas. We are good to go. It's free time. We can talk about whatever we want. But unfortunately, it's going to be about Commander. Not unfortunately. But yeah, so if this is the first time you're seeing Samut, this is a Naya mid-range combo-centric style deck. The combo that we're running is a little bit more just kind of cutthroat in that we're just running any sort of Kiki-Jiki combo that you can assemble. We have Zealous Conscripts, we have Splinter Twin in here, we have the Combat Celebrant, and then I think there might be, Village Bell Ringer too is another good way to kind of combo off. So this is one of, I guess technically you could call it a competitive commander deck. That's kind of what we're going for. Drawn to Evolving Wilds. It's going to go for Tireless Tracker. Let's get that down first. We can get the Evolving Wilds down, then we're going to be online for Explosive and Skyshroud Claim the following turn. And we'll also be able to kind of crack and get a couple clue tokens. So let's get that down, into the battlefield, get a clue token. And then while it's still on the battlefield and our opponent's tapped out, why not? Let's just go and crack the Evolving Wilds to get an extra clue token. That way we don't get into some weird sequencing issue to where they actually have removal for Tireless before we can get the land down. What do we need to go for? We have double green, double red. We're okay. White's really more of a splash in this deck. So let's go ahead and grab another mountain. And then we can start grabbing the forest off the Skyshroud Claim, the Explosive Vegetation. We grab the other. Yeah, we'll just go and grab the mountain. Come and play tap. Get ourselves a nice another little clue token. Anything else for the turn? No, I'm going to go and pass the turn. But yeah, I think that's, I just love Tireless Tracker so much because you get those clue tokens, which is nice. You can start cracking them, drawing a card, which is always good. And you get the +1 counters on there. And next thing you know, I mean, there's some times where Tireless Tracker just sits over there. Your opponent doesn't really give it the mind of day. And the next thing you know, you've got a Tireless Tracker that's like a 8/7 or something like that, coming in hot for some nice little combat damage. Oh. Feels good. And I'm also pretty sure that Tireless Tracker is a female. It looks like hair that's hanging over right there. So even if it is a female, that's pretty cool. I always like it when Magic has some nice, strong female leads. It's always really something kind of cool. Like my niece, she's very much into Disney. She enjoys a lot of the princesses and stuff like that. So every time I go, we go hang out, I always tell her about the new, not new, but I kind of, you know, she's little. She wouldn't really have a clue about Magic, so I always tell her about, I show her all the female Magic people. I'll show her Kiora, I show her Chandra and stuff like that. I think her favorite is Kiora. I think that's her favorite because she really enjoys she enjoys mermaids, but she really enjoys Kiora, but she likes all the other ones. She's trying to think any ones of note. I did show her Vraska because Vraska is my favorite female planeswalker, or just really my favorite planeswalker, pretty much if you were to kind of put it down on paper, but yeah, she wasn't a huge fan of Vraska, which is kind of a little bit of a bummer. But I mean, I guess I could see that if you're a little girl. Okay, so we got Kolagon's Command on the on the clue token. Love it. All right, 2 damage to target creature or player. That's going to be Tireless Tracker and 2 on the token. Yeah, that's fine. So our opponent basically tapped out for that. They did it in their main phase, but so we're going to be online for Explosive or Sky Shroud Claim. If we do go Sky Shroud Claim, they're going to come into play untap. We'll see what we draw into. At worst comes to worst, we'll at least be able to get down Sky Shroud Claim and then crack a clue token. But if we go for Explosive Vegetation, they're going to come into play tapped, and then we're going to untap with a bunch of mana next turn. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Explosive Vegetation -4. That'll still leave us with 4 mana, so we can go Captain Sisay the following turn after that. God of Victory. Yeah, let's just go ahead and go for Explosive Vegetation. That way we get those tap lands and we'll have something to do next turn, either Captain Sisay or the God of Victory. So let's go and tap green on this one. And we don't have to worry about any blue mana from Silas right now countering our spells. So we got some nice little ramp going too, which is really nice. So we enjoy that. Let's go ahead and go Forest off this one. It's going to be 3 sources of green, 3 sources of red. Let's go and grab one more mountain. I like that. Coming to play tapped. Anything else? No, we're going past turn. Imagine. Just sit there. Close your eyes. Imagine all those clue tokens we'd have had if we got down the Explosive Vegetation and the Sky Shroud Claim. That would have been pretty nice. So, I don't know. It is what it is. At least Tireless Tracker ate a Kolaghan's Command for us. I'll take that. So, as far as next turn is concerned, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 6 total mana. So if we simply want to go for Samut, we can not flash it in, just cast it. It's going to have double strike. There's some times where you can just go beat sticks with Samut and really get that commander damage and kind of rock and roll from there. But if we want to set some stuff up, we can go Sky Shroud Claim, which is going to give us 2 more lands that are coming to play untapped, and then we'll be able to kind of go for Captain Sisay and kind of start searching some stuff up. We do have, I think Mangara is a really good way for us to kind of exile some of the creatures at instant speed and put it in our hand. So we'll see exactly what we want to do. Let's see what we draw into first. Okay, kick it over to us. But yeah, Samut. I'm not a huge Naya person, but I mean I love Samut. It's actually one of the few decks. Let's go and get the Rootbound. I'll cover in that sec. Let's get down the Rootbound Crag. Okay, we swing in with Samut. Double strike 3/4. They double block. That's just gonna be 3. We'll be able to catch that, get that damage in. So we're just really getting 6 points of damage in. Do we want to do a little bit more setting up? We get down the God of Victory next turn. They're gonna have Menace. It's gonna kind of keep them from preventing from swinging in with Samut. Let's go and go Sky Shroud Claim. Yeah, I like that. And we'll still have enough mana to get down Captain Sisay and get that down, or if we want to go for the God of Victory. Now, as far as Devotion is concerned, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to be sitting at 6 Devotion, so a little far away. Let's go and grab Taiga. Let's go and grab Savannah. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's go and go for Captain Sisay. That way, if they have some sort of removal, they're almost going to feel compelled to go ahead and use it because I'm just going to leave up Sacred Foundry. That way, if they do have some sort of a single mana removal, they'll probably use it on Captain Sisay since it is such a nice utility card. And then next turn, we have an option to get down Samut, activate it, and then double activate it, untapping off the Savannah. So we do have 3 white sources, kind of go for that. Or if we want to, we can simply, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll actually have just enough just to tap out for Samut and get down the God of Victory. But yeah, as far as Devotion goes, it's going to be Devotion 7 to turn it into a creature. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be 6 total Devotion, so we're going to be 1 away from having an active God of Victory. So if we can get that turned online with 1 more creature with simply just a Captain Sisay activation, I search for a creature card. If we do search up Mangara, it's going to be able to exile target permanent. So what we can do, it comes into the battlefield. It's going to have haste from Samut, and then we can get on the battlefield, activate it, exile target permanent. In response to the activation, we can untap with Samut and get a secondary activation to kind of exile a few things. So if we wanted to, we could kind of target our opponent's mana, but usually in Commander like this, I kind of like to have fun, so we're probably not going to target their lands. But at least we're going to try and keep Akiri off the battlefield and kind of keep that Brass Squire off the battlefield. That'd be nice. Okay. Add 1 mana. It looks like they might be going for Silas Renn on this one, or at least they're tapping out for it. But yeah, as far as Paper Commander, I actually only have like 2 Commander decks. I have my Omnath Mono Green deck, which is the very first Commander deck that I built. And then I have a Felden deck that is not really a traditional Felden deck. It's just, okay, dispatch, tap target creature, if you control 3 or more artifacts, exile. So we're looking at creature, artifact, yeah, be able to get rid of Captain Sisay. So at least they did use the dispatch on the Captain Sisay, so we're okay with that. And once we get down the God of Victory, it's going to put them in a spot to where they're going to have Menace, they're going to have to double block, so hopefully we'll be able to outrace Akiri as far as the damage coming across. Alright, swinging in for 3, it's going to put us down to 26, it's going to be 3 total commander damage. We'll still have a clue token to crack, draw a little extra card, and then I'll kind of finish my Paper Commander thing here in a second. I don't want to forget about that. Okay, see what we draw into. We draw into Splinter Twin. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and get down Samut. I think that sounds good. Let's go and go Samut, yeah. Tap for white, and then tap for one more. And then that's the unfortunate thing about Splinter Twins. We have a bunch of legendary creatures in the hand, so that's kind of a little unfortunate. Let's go get down the God of Victory. Now it's going to have haste, but we're pretty far away from devotion. But the main thing is with Aroas. Don't know how you say it, but if I butcher it, I apologize. But let's roll with the Aroas. I think that sounds good. Alright, we'll just make it work. Creatures you control have menace, and then prevent all damage that will be dealt to by attacking creatures that you control. So we're going to be just might as well just go and swing in. We have vigilance, doesn't really matter. So if they want to chump block, we'll take care of some creatures. If not, hopefully we should be able to kind of outrace the commander damage coming across from our opponent. Okay, so I'm going for 3/4. Once again, we have 4 mana, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if we do get a 5 value creature on the battlefield, we'll be able to put Splinter Twin on it. Hopefully we draw into Inferno Titan. I remember there was one game I really wanted to go Inferno Titan, Splinter Twin, and then I think we went for the Splinter Twin on Inferno Titan, and my opponent had Path to Exile and got rid of it. And that was being really sad. I don't know, I just wanted to, like, this is what Commander's about, putting Splinter Twin instead of on a combo creature, putting it on Inferno Titan, get a bunch of little Inferno Titan triggers, which is always a lot of fun. So, but it didn't happen, so we'll see what we draw into for the Splinter Twin. If we do draw into something like Village Bellringer, we'll be able to make a copy of it and just make a bunch of infinite copies. Akiri, if you've never played against Akiri gets kind of pretty bananas sometimes, out of hand pretty quick. Alright, opponent gets down the Sword of Fire and Ice, protection from red and blue, so it's going to give us protection, give our opponent protection from Samut, and then whenever it does combat damage, player 2 damage target creature, and then you draw a card. So we're looking at 2 damage up top. It's going to be a 6/5 body now. It's really going to accelerate the clock. So at least at this point, if we can somehow get the God of Victory online as far as devotion, we just really need about 3. Actually, excuse me, we're going to need 4 more devotion because red, white, the green's not going to count. So if we need to, we can still go ahead and crack the God of Victory. And worst comes to worst, we can always put Splinter Twin on Samut, and it's not going to be the best, but if we just need to turn devotion online for the God of Victory, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There'll be 5 total devotion. So if we get into spots where we actually really need it, then we can go for that. Okay, go down to 9 commander damage, 18 total life total. See what we can draw into that helps us get out of this one. If we don't really draw anything that good, we're probably going to go ahead and crack the Clue token, even though we'll go down on mana, but I'll be okay with that. And then see if we can't find something nice for Samut's Knife to kind of get us out of this one. Alright, opponent puts the Water Grave into play, tap. See what we draw into. Inferno Titan! Hey, what's up, buddy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's just stupid when I call those cards and they come in. Okay. Okay, sorry. I mean, it's just what. Okay. Whew. All right. Let's get. I don't even know what I'm doing. Let's go for Inferno Titan. Love it. Beautiful. Thanks, Inferno Titan. Now, we don't have enough mana for Splinter Twin, but it's going to have haste, so we can deal some damage. It's going to have protection from red with the Akiri line swing. Okay, we're going to get another trigger when we swing in. Let's go ahead and go. Let's 2 damage. That's going to be 6. That's going to be 12 coming across. We actually, no, let's clear the board for the creatures. Let's go 2 damage over here, and then 1 damage. Okay, and the swing in, we send 1 damage up top. Okay, love it. Yeah, don't wake Daddy. He heard me. Inferno Titan said, "Oh, you called? Oh, yes. Come to the help of you, Jolt." Hey, thanks, Inferno Titan. That's so nice. I'm like little kid happy right now that we drew an Inferno Titan. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm posting this win or lose, so just giving you a heads up. If it's a lost video, it is what it is. All right. So we have the Brass Squire activation. Okay. Protection for red and blue. They're gonna ship that one over there. Attach target equipment to target creature you control. Now, if we swing in, it's going to have Haste Menace. We do not have Trample. We can prevent all combat damage that's going to be dealt, so it's almost like we kind of have protection anyway. Let's go ahead and push in on this one. We can send that 3 damage over to Akiri. I kind of like that. And then we can actually untap Inferno Titan to get it to kind of come back. That way we can block if we need to. Let's go and swing in. Coming in hot. Let's send 3 damage over to Akiri. Well, if we want to, we could Now let's get Akiri off the battlefield. Yeah, I'm good with that. This could be 3. We can pump Inferno Titan again, just to kind of see if they go for that. If not, we have the white untapped target creature off Inferno Titan, and then we're also going to be online for Menace, so we're actually probably still just going to go ahead and pump Inferno Titan for 2. Alright, no blocks. Let's go and pump it up. It's going to have Menace, so they're not going to be able to go for that. And then as far as Devotion goes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So actually, if we go Splinter Twin next turn, we're going to have Devotion for Inferno Titan, which will actually turn on the God of Victory. So, Menace. Got to tell him Menace. Ah, dang it. Yep. Alright, so going to pump up Inferno Titan. Yeah, I get in that spot too. Sometimes it really helps when the opponent sends a message like, hey, let's go and pump it up one more time. Alright, so it's going to put it at 8. That's going to be 14 coming across. Put him down to 10. Okay. Get that commander damage going in. Anything else? Now we're going to go and pass the turn. So, that was really nice, man. I don't know. I just feel like the magic gods just reached down from heaven. No problem. I do that all the time. I do. There are times where I'm like, why are we not blocking? I'm doing commentary and I miss something. I'm like, oh, okay, well, then that's the reason why. Alright, so we're at 9 total commander damage. If they do swing in with Silas Renn on this one, that's going to be a different commander damage. Doesn't count towards their partner commander, at least to my knowledge. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And then if they do swing in, we do have the untap ability off Inferno Titan. So we're not going to untap it just yet. We're going to leave that mana up to kind of represent some sort of path to exile mana. Or if they do swing in, finally, we can untap Inferno Titan and get him coming across. But at least next turn, we'll keep our fingers crossed that we'll be able to go for the Inferno Titan Splinter Twin activation. But, yeah, man, that felt good. I love it when the Magic Gods are like, here you go, man. Here, all those times where you've drawn all those lands where you didn't want one more land, then you draw an Inferno Titan. So here you go. Actually, I know it's a little late, but yes, we are recording. So I always get real nervous whenever I do a good video, or at least something that I find entertaining, that I hope that you all would find entertaining. And then I'm like, oh, let's do a quick little screen check real quick, make sure we're recording. But this has passed the test already. All right. Oh, man. Destroy target non-black creature. It cannot be regenerated. Do we want to untap or anything like that? Not really going to matter. That's a bummer. Bye, Inferno Titan. Alright, so, once again, we're not going to be able to live the dream with Splinter Twin on Inferno Titan. I know, I just want it so bad. Hey, well, that happens sometimes. Alright, let's see if they're going to swing in with Silas. It's not going to have Vigilance, so it's going to be tapped, and then we can swing with Samut. That'll be 6 total commander damage. If we draw into something that'll turn on Devotion, then we'll be able to get down the God of Victory. If we can still go ahead and crack a token, to kind of draw something a little bit more. But the good thing with Samut is that whatever we kind of draw into, it's going to have haste. So we'll be able to get that nice little haste ability, and then we can kind of stop something from swinging in. Kind of going from there. Oh yeah, my paper story. Yeah, so I have one paper deck, and if you've subscribed to my channel, you've probably heard the story, so I do apologize. But I have 2 commander decks. One is Omnath, which is my first mono green deck, and then my second deck is Feldon. And it's not a traditional Feldon deck. It's very much, I don't know why, I just wanted to throw all of my coin flip cards in there, and it's really, for me and my commander buddy, it's kind of more of a kind of the last night of the game. The way me and my buddy play commander, I have like 3 commander buddies, but I have one that I play with a lot. We'll just play commander for like 4 hours in a night. They'll come because he lives in another town, so we'll kind of just play commander for like 4 hours, and then towards the end it gets a little. Our opponent's just tapping out. It gets a little tiring towards the end, and I'll bust out Feldon, coin flip, and just kind of go for all the chaotic red spells. Always a lot of fun. We have, I think, Bearer of the Worlds, or at least I have Bearer of the Worlds in the deck, so that's something we can kind of reset the board. It's just real jank city. I love it. And I may have to kind of sleeve it up for the channel. It's not that good, though. I mean, it's purely meant to be a Dirtle deck. But sometimes, you know, if you only build just, like, finely tuned commander decks, sometimes it's fun just to build Dirtle decks to where it's like, you know, you do not want to keep track of the win condition, but mechanically it's a fun deck. Like, maybe you can get to this point to where we have this on the battlefield, and we have this. Like, I have Pandemonium in there, and if we can get Leveler going and stuff like that. Okay, drawn to Yeva, Nature's Herald, which is going to be completely off Devotion, and it's going to be another legendary creature. Let's go ahead. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's go ahead and go. Let's crack a clue token. I want to see if we can't close this one out. Draw another card. We can at least get down Yeva and swing in. That'll be another 4 damage coming across. It's not going to give Devotion to the God of Victory. Harvest Season. So we get down Yeva. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. Let's go and get down Yeva. And we'll still leave up 1 white mana to go for the activation. Okay, Haste and Menace. Let's go and swing in, coming in hot. I might see a protection from red and blue. If they want to double block on Silas, they'll be able to go for that. Let's see. How do we want to sequence this? So they're going to have to double block. We can chump block on the Brass Squire. If not, they're going to be able to get him for 4. Then next turn we can swing in Samut. We're going to lose Samut, though. Yeah, let's go and push in on this one. If we lose some creatures, so be it. You know, if they block on Yeva, then we lose Yeva. If not, they're going to be able to give him for some nice little commander damage. Yeah, I like that. We can untap Yeva too before we lose Samut. I'm okay with this because it's gonna. Yeah, we have Menace, so they're gonna have to double block. So there's gonna have protection from red, which is gonna have protection from Samut. We sequence it to where we put all the stuff on Brass Squire. We lose Samut. It's gonna have haste, and then we can simply just recast Samut next time. We have more than enough mana, and we do one at 1 and 4. Okay, we're okay with that. Let's go ahead and. I think I might, well actually, instead of untapping Yeva, we could go for Harvest Season, kind of get a few extra cards on the battlefield. That'll kind of accelerate our gameplay. Yeah, I like that. We'll do that. We could untap Yeva, but we're just going to leave it like this. Okay, take care of the Brass Squire. And then let's see, let's go, well, actually, see, I thought that was going to be 4 coming across, but, oh, excuse me, duh, the God of Victory, prevent all combat damage. Okay, I'm sure you're sitting at home just like, what? What are you talking about, Jolt? Let's go and go for Harvest Season. Yeah, when you're doing commentary, sometimes it's, I know I mentioned it earlier, but it's just, sometimes you kind of miss, you forget about little interactions like that. Alright, so our opponent has 1 mana up. Let's go and go for Harvest Season. We'll be able to get 1 more basic on the battlefield. That'll put us finally at 10 mana. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it'll be 10 mana once we get down the Harvest Season. And then next turn, they're almost going to have to get down Akiri. And if we can find some way to get Splinter Twin Devotion online for the God of Victory, then we can get that going. Combat damage. Preempts. Let's go and grab Search Your Library. Let's go and grab it Plains on the battlefield. Okay. On attacking creatures. Okay, I forgot about it too, buddy, but hey, that happens sometimes. But yeah, that's where I got mixed up on that one. I just kind of got wrapped up in the commentary and doing that. So we did have the claws off the God of Victory. So yeah, that is something that. If you misread a card twice and it catches you in the same game, you're like, hey, yeah, maybe you need to read the card. But yeah, so I've got that Felden deck. Felden deck's just pretty fun. It's a goofy deck, but I usually bust it out at night after we've had a long game. One of our favorite matches that me and him love to play is he has a really nasty Narset deck, and that's kind of why I call her Nasty Lady, because I played against his Narset deck, and it's just, I mean, just brutal. And so what we'll do is we'll go for a 1 versus 1 Narset and Necasaur, and oh man. A lot of fun. Talk about some magic getting traded right there. It's pretty brutal. Okay, opponent's tapping out for 3 mana. They still have 1, 2, 3. It's 3 more off the Boros Signet, the Opal Palace, and the Signet. More than likely, we're going to see some sort of creature down because they're going to have to get something to block for Samut and the Yeva Nature's Herald. So we're going to have that. We'll have that God of Victory. Target creature gets -4/-4 until end of turn. Okay, Grixis Charm. That's it. That's fine. And then Akiri's going to cost 4, so it's actually going to put them right out of the range of kind of stopping us. And then the fact that Samut does have haste is going to allow us to get it down for 7 mana. So we'll still have 3 mana left over. See what we draw into. Worst comes to worst, we'll be able to swing it for 4. But with Samut online, it's going to put them on some sort of removal. They got all the charms in the hand too. Pretty cool. Grixis Charm and the other charm. Okay. I think on this one, we're still just going to go ahead and push Samut. You know, if we draw into another 3-drop creature, we'll be able to get that down. We'll have haste from Samut, and then we can start swinging in. Unfortunately, if we do hit the land, we'll be online for Splinter Twin. But once again, it still puts us in a spot to where we're not going to have enough mana to get down Splinter Twin, unfortunately. So it's going to give that nice, or we won't have enough devotion for the God of Victory. All right. Return the Brass Squire back to the battlefield. Now, with them swinging in, it's still going to be tapped, so they're still going to fall back on the Menace ability to where hopefully we should be able to kind of push it through on there. And then they tap out for 3. Yeah, I think if they're going to tap out for 3 on the Brass Squire, we should be able to close it out, because that's going to be 4 coming across. Well, they're not going for it. Okay. See if they have, see if they have any sort of action in the hand. for next turn. And we are sitting at 12, so it's not the end of the world either. Draw into command tower. Let's go and get that down. Let's go for Samut. It's going to be red-green, and really sort of anything. And then we do have enough to get down Splinter Twin, but once again, that's not enough devotion. Let's go and swing in and see if this is good. If not, we can just kind of keep forcing the issue. Coming in hot. And then we can also still go ahead and untap Yeva if we need to in a certain situation, but hopefully this should be enough to close it out. We've got 4 coming across on Menace. They're going to have to take care of Samut because it's going to have double strike, and that'll be exactly just enough as far as combat damage goes. And if we do get in with Yeva, that's going to be 4 total damage, putting them down to 2, so it's going to get them down really low. Okay, see what they're going for. It's going to be 2 total mana they're tapping out, or at least 3 right now. See what they're tapping out for. It's been a nice little game so far. I've enjoyed it. It's really, man, seems like ages ago, but yeah, Inferno Titan, man. He heard our call. Cyclonic Rift on Samut. Return to the hand. Okay, that's fine. Bounce back to the hand. Swinging in for 4. It's going to put him down to 2. We do not have enough mana to go for Samut. I think at this point, let's go ahead and let's put a copy of Splinter Twin on Yeva. I know it's not going to make sense, but that way we just want some sort of creature on the battlefield that's going to slowly work towards devotion. As far as the God of Victory, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if we just hit something that's red or white, is that the best use of our mana? It's going to be 5 mana. You know, at this point, why not? Yeah, let's just go and put it on there. That way, if we're going to play to our outs, make sure that we're going to have enough to kind of swing in. We're going to put Splinter Twin on there. If we draw into one of our combo pieces, so be it. Right now, we just want to get some nice little devotion for the God of Victory. Now, we're not going to be able to make a copy of it because, yeah, it's a legendary creature, so it's just going to die once it hits the battlefield. But we're just slowly working towards the God of Victory devotion. So at this point in the game, we're okay with that. And if they want to swing in with Silas, that'll kind of put them right outside of the menace of range, too. So then we also have Samut swinging down, so it's going to put them on another source of removal. But yeah, so we play, my buddy and I, we play Narset versus Necasaur, and it's always about an, man, we'll have like an hour-long 1 versus 1 game where we're just setting stuff up and a lot of wheel effects and different stuff like that, so it's a lot of fun. My Necasaur deck is actually a proxy deck, so it is keeping on theme with the just only owning basically two paper decks. I have a few cards staggered throughout the deck, but for the most part, it's just it's mostly proxied. What else do I have? Oh, but yeah, just to kind of finish the story from like way earlier in the game. Samut, it's one of those decks to where I would enjoy owning it in paper because it seems like a lot of fun to play. Okay, opponent gets down the Pure Steel Paladin. Whenever equipment enters the battlefield on the card, you may draw a card. That's still going to be 2 creatures. We're going to have to chump block on one of them. We do have devotion of 4, so if we can get to 7, we'll be good. And if they're getting any other creatures down, we'll see what else they have in the hand. They have 3 cards in the hand. Draw to Nature's Lore. Okay, let's go and jam it. Let's go and go for Samut. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. Double Strike, Vigilance, and Haste. Let's go and push this in. And once again, we're going to have Menace from the God of Victory, so... Or this might be a counterspell we're running into. Okay, see what they're tapping out for. It's going to be Render Silent, can't cast... Oh, bummer, man, so we're not going to be able to go for the Nature's Lore. Do we want to swing in? So we swing in, prevent all combat damage. Yeah, might as well. It's going to have Menace, so they're going to have to double block on this. Yeah, we'll go and push in. It's going to have Menace, and then we can go ahead and chump block on the Pure Steel Paladin, kind of force that issue. That way we just want to keep their creature count down. That way we can keep pushing in. And we'll go and stack it to where we get the... There we go. Pure Steel Paladin is going to block first. Prevent all combat damage from the God of Victory. Okay. Then anything else, we cannot go for Nature's Lore because of the Render Silent. Anything else, now we're going to go and pass the turn. So, next turn, if they don't have a creature in the hand, they're going to have to get down Akiri, which will put them in that same spot to where they're going to have to recast it. I think Samut has been sent back to the command zone twice, so I think we're looking at 9 mana. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so we'll have 2 left over. But we'll see what they draw into. If it's some sort of board wipe, then we can hopefully kind of bounce back from that. Strom, okay, that's something. Keep drawing the beat sticks. But once again, they're going to have to have an answer for Samut because they're at 2 total life, and then we can hopefully kind of go from there. But we'll see what we draw into. But man, it'd been nice if we just directed one of those Inferno Titans up top. We might have been out of here a little bit quicker. Maybe we should have done that earlier in the game. If you're thinking about typing that comment up, maybe I should have. I thought about it. I was like, maybe we should send this up top. Might be able to kind of close it out instead of kind of dawdling around with some of their creatures. But, hey, that happens, though. Happens sometimes. That's what makes Magic fun. See different lines of play sometimes. Okay, so what we draw into. Stuff Samut out of the command zone. Seedborn Muse. Okay, that's not exactly what we want. Let's go ahead and flash in Samut. Let's go for that. It's going to be 9 total mana. It's going to put them on some sort of counter spell. Okay, get down Samut. 2 cards in hand. See what they got. If they got another counter spell, so be it. We'll still have Nature's Lore to go for that, because that'll be 11, and that'll be 9, 10, and then we'll still be able to get that force card. We should have another force in the battle in the deck, I think. And then we can still block on Srom. Gotta get rid of Srom, get rid of that ability. Okay, let's see what they got going on. Tapping for blue. Alright, it's going to be 4 total mana they're tapping out for. Let's see what they got. Yeah, you know, I was putting this Spindletron on Yeva. That's just us just hopefully drawing into something that has some sort of red-white colors. A counter target creature spell, draw a card. Alright, that's going to be Samut. Let's go and go for Nature's Lore. That way we'll be online to go for Samut next turn. Let's go ahead and, do we need another white? So let's go and grab another Stomping Ground. And just grab Scatter Grow. It's going to come into play tap. We're okay, we have a lot of red sources. Alright, let's go and swing in for 4. Once again, we can swing in with Yeva, Indestructible from the God of Victory. Coming in hot. We'll kind of move the combat damage around to where we're blocking Srom first. We should make sure we get rid of him. And then hopefully they'll run out of creatures. You know, they are getting in spots where they're going to go for Akiri potentially next turn. That'll be another creature they can go for. But we're going to be online for Samut. And then hopefully that should be enough. Alright, take care, Srom. Get out of here, Srom. Not seeing you, buddy. Anything else? Now we're going to go past the turn. So, next turn, we can get down to Samut. That's going to be 11 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll still have 1 mana left over. We can get that down. They did make the land drop for the turn, so maybe that's one of the lands that they did draw into. Stoneforge Mystic. Alright. Sure wishing we had directed that Inferno Titan up top. Let's see what we can draw into. We can go for a value play and get down Seedborn Muse. And still kind of swing in with the Yeva Nature's Herald. But depending on what they search for with the Stoneforge Mystic, we'll kind of see. If they go for something like Batterskull, that kind of may bring them right back out of this one. So hopefully we can see what they search up and be able to survive this one. If not, I had fun with Inferno Titan, calling Inferno Titan, so it's good. Locks it on Warhammer. Okay, so now they're getting somewhere. It has Trample and Lifelink, protection from red and blue. They can put it on the Silas, which is going to give them some nice little damage. Oh man, if we just directed one of those Inferno Titan triggers up top, we might be in a good little spot. It's going to cross off the Inferno Titan. Alright, swinging in for 7. It's going to gain some life. They're going to go to 9. And that just leaves Stoneforge Mystic. It's going to put them at 11. That's going to be 4, 6, and put them right at 10. Puts us down to 5. They can bring something back out of the graveyard. Let's see. Alright, so we tap out. That's going to be 10 total coming across, which is going to be just out of range of us going for... it's going to put them at 1. Alright, let's see what we draw into. Puts us down to 3. Alright, it's going to be 2 damage off the trigger. Love it. Either way, you know, I love it when people crawl back out of the grave to kind of win some games. See what we draw into. What do we draw into? Not Vine Mystic. That's not exactly what we want. So, okay. So we go Samut. Voice of Dissent. That's going to be 9, 10, 11. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's going to leave us 1 mana left over. We get down to Samut. That's double strike for 6. Vigilance Haste. That's going to be a 4/4 body. So that's going to be 10. Actually, yeah, this should be enough. Let's go and go for Samut. Excuse me, they went to 9. I thought they were 11 earlier. Maybe I just miscounted or something like that. Alright, get down Samut. And then we'll still have the white activation off the Sound Tap Yev if we need to. Let's go and swing in. That'll be at 10. Coming in hot. Oh, what did happen? I thought they were at 11. Let's see. I thought they took some damage somewhere. Yeah, you did try. Alright, let's go and swing in. Send the whole crew in. That's going to be Menace. Maybe I just miscounted or something. No, that was... I guess I just had... Oh, you know what it was? I think I was looking at the commander damage. Okay, there we go. Man. Alright, we're good. We close it out. That's going to be 6. Goes down to 15. Goes down to -1. Finally close it out. Yeah, I think what had happened is I looked at the commander damage and I just saw that they were at 12 and I was like, oh man, we don't have enough for that. So I will take that. Finally close it out. Long game, but hey, good shout out to our opponent. It was a really enjoyable game. And if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.